kitty. Probably won't be able to see. You hungry? You hungry? You hungry? Y'all hold on, I'll be right back. Here, hold on. Here, look. That was good. I gave you some earlier. I know you liked it. Let's see how you like this. Classic white chicken. Or chunky white chicken. Here. See, the thing about cats that I'm learning that's different than dogs is cats are is that a kid on a fucking no you smell it. I'm gonna walk around this way. I'm gonna walk. Look, well, I gotta go throw this in the trash. So you'll come back. You'll eat that shit. They say don't feed the strays, but you know I don't eat pork, so I don't mind them eating pork. Old food, old, old, you know, couple days old chicken, couple days old turkey, things like that. They can have that. Now, he's still watching me. I'll bring it out closer towards you. I know you want it. I had it's like three main cats that come around here. Two of them like tan and white. You can tell that one birthed the other one, and then there's this black and white one. I threw out some I did like turkey wings the other day. I had like half of one left over. I chopped it up and threw it out. Oh, he had attention. He had attention now. Here. Stop acting like that. Look, this is why I don't like cats. Even stray dogs know when they're being fed, bro. I wish I still had my laser. Well, look, I know you ain't gonna. You'll come back. You can come right back to it if you even go far. This is pretty close. Yeah. Anyways. So my thing is, you wanna know how funny the universe is? You wanna know how funny the universe works? And you wanna know how, see, I told you, got him. Told you, got him. I'm gonna call him B Dub. And I ain't talking about none yet. Okay. So the thing, the thing about So it's pretty funny, man. Um, I woke up this morning talking. I was in a good mood because of XYZ and XYZ. And so, call me crazy, but that is a kid. No, that's just lady in the hover around. I did all that gloating, was talking all this mad shit. This XYZ thing happened in a dream, and all you can't use the one of the people that I held the closest to my heart ever in my life. Y'all was using that motherfucker to control me. Y'all can't use her no more, and this and that, this and that. And then I kept riding the wave. So now it's in the middle of the day, earlier today. I was like, oh yeah, and by the way, I don't want to be controlled by this and that and this and that. So I don't want your gifts. I'm gonna stop smoking. I already don't drink, so I'm gonna stop smoking. And da 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 da. And now look at me. What time? Now look at me. 140 on a 140 on a in the morning, bro. 140 in the morning, and the plug out of nowhere. This nigga just threw me like 14, 15, just for no reason. But that's how. Oh, I forgot I'm on Facebook. I can't show y'all, or not Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I can't show y'all that shit. But my channel ain't big. They ain't gonna flag it no way. But that's crazy how that goes, right? So who do I believe? Do I believe that this is all happenstance? Do I believe that this is God testing me? That I'm going to stand on my words that I say? Or do I believe that it's the devil blessing me right up out of position? At this point, I really don't even have nothing to talk about. I'm just live because I'm bored and I want to try to hold out smoking. Things are complicated, yo. Really complicated. It's alright. I'm just going over here. You can eat in peace. Things are stupidly complicated, and they really shouldn't have to be. See, told you. There go one of the brown ones. Freaking Android. But you get it. Hey, you better come up here and get in on this white chicken. while you can. You know, I'm just gonna chill. Where's my battery on? Oh yeah, I'm gonna chill. I wish I had a swisher or something. I would have been some. But like I said, that nigga hungry too. Look at him. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. 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 What you doing? Hey. Nom 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 nom. I'm Catman. It's a toy. I should have known though. I already knew y'all gonna hide. Y'all didn't even play. These cats nowadays, they don't even chase lasers no more. I couldn't even get one to chase a laser anymore. Whoa. I'm not. That was a hell of a download. I understand why y'all all arguing. I understand that I probably did open up a whole can of worms looking at, you know, all those public records of will and testaments and probates and public records for property deeds and ownership and purchases and all this and that. I probably did open a huge can of worms. But you know what? The reason why I did it was because my circumstances scream illogical. I don't know. You tell me if I'm just speculating, but things that I found. And then, you know, I just I don't know, just make a lot of noise at this point. Close to none at all, but you're sorry. Okay. I personally, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. Going through that whole transformation was great. Even a little bit after was cool. Hold on. You know what? Honestly, if I hit the lottery and just got super rich, I think I would just go around to everybody that I grew up with and for the record, if it ever came from me, the love wasn't fake. I'm just gonna throw that shit out there. I don't know where that came from, but I do want to say that if it ever came from me, if you ever got love from me, that shit was not fake. I don't give a damn. I don't care what you talking about. That shit was not fake. You feel me? If you ever got love from me, that shit was not fake. I ain't gonna sit here and just say it was just unconditional all the time. I ain't gonna tell you that. But I'll be down. You ain't gonna tell me my love was fake. Because two things can be true. You can be on my fucking nerves and I still love your ass. Two things can be true. Two things can be true. I can call you a bitch, and I can still love you. A lot of people, a lot of women will disagree with that. I highly doubt I would just find a man's man, like a manly nigga, that just be like, all right, bro, you pushing it with that. But, you know, a lot of women will disagree with that. Rightfully so, right? However, still, it's fact. Two things can be true. I can call you a bitch, and I can still love you. Now, women's gonna disagree because they're gonna say, well, you can't love me. You can't possibly love me if you call me out my name. But then the flip side of that is, well, you can't possibly love me if you're doing whatever you're doing, knowing that you're pissing me off. That's it. It's just, my thing is, bro, a lot of times we both victims. Really. That's just, hey, look, you want to play victim? We both victims. Because I'm a victim of your bullshit just like you're a victim of my bullshit. So let's just cut the bullshit. Let's just cut the crap. Right? Like that in my eyes is just so much easier that way. Like in my eyes, it's so much easier. That's like me. That's just like me just going bad, cut some motherfucker out. Bitch, motherfucker, asshole, bitch, motherfucker, asshole, da 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 da. Right? And then eventually, after 5 minutes of me laying into them, they didn't say not a single word. They didn't do nothing. But, you know, about 5 minutes into my rant, they decided they don't hear it no more. So they pick up a book and smack me upside the head with it. Hard as fuck. Who's in the wrong? We both in the wrong. We both victims. I'm a victim of your physical abuse, and you're a victim of my verbal abuse. You see what I'm saying? Like, but that's not how it usually goes. How it usually goes is you don't get 5 minutes. You might say one or two outlandish things that are real quick. Or at least I know that's how it was for me. It's like I talk respectful. I have a respectful disagreement for 8 minutes straight. And then in that 9th minute, I say some disrespectful shit. And it's just like, now that's what the argument's about. But I digress once again. Two things can be true at the same time is all I'm getting. Two things can be true. I could be ugly and that nigga at the same time. At the same time. You see what I'm saying? Like, two things can be true. You want some more? This motherfucker's just been chilling watching me. Alright. He's like, what are you doing? Don't worry about it, B-Dub. And that's B-Dub, everybody. We call him B-Dub. Or I call him B-Dub. For like BW. Marinate on that. If you got marinate too long, something wrong. Hey, y'all think that's that smelly cat Phoebe was singing about? That might be the smelly cat Phoebe was singing about. But I don't smell it. I don't smell it. You smell that? Yeah, man. I smell pussy. If I was rich, I would go back around. And by rich, by me, I mean like this vessel, this body. This vessel. this vessel had tangible riches, yeah, you like the way I put that because people be trying to word things differently. But yeah, if this vessel had tangible riches, what would I do? What would I do? First off, I think I would probably pay everybody who tried to play me like they ain't know me before. I would probably pay them for something outlandish. Like I would probably, I can't just say I would just straight up pay them, but like I would find some reason to kind of make them walk that shit back. uh, anyways, if I was rich, what would I do? If I were rich, I don't know. I don't know. All right, let me talk about something real quick. So, Marlon Wayans had this movie a couple years ago. I forgot what the name of it. The name of it was called The Curse of Bridgely Hollows, I think. Long story short, it's a vampire movie. Long story short, it was a vampire movie, right? And I don't know if any of y'all remember it, but it was pretty funny, you know, as far as funny could be. But yeah, Marlon Wayans, Cat Williams. I remember who else was in there. Michael Blackson was in there. Even Rick Ross was in that mug. Even Rick Ross was in there. And essentially, the movie was a vampire movie. And how can I put it? So it was a vampire movie, but from what I remember, it was like a even though it was a vampire movie, somehow it was still like pimping. So the vampire, that's what it was. The vampire was a pimp, which, you know, was just kind of like an innuendo throughout the movie. But I mean, from what I remember, Cat Williams was the vampire. Who was the vampire catcher? Michael Blackson was a vampire catcher, and then he brought in Rick Ross as like a escalated, like, I'm the guy, but when I can't get it, this is the guy, you know what I'm saying? So, but Cat Williams was the vampire, but he was a pimp of a vampire from what I remember. Like, the whole time he was breaking Sean Wayne or Marlon Wayans' wife in the movie. I forgot her name. I forgot all the character names, but Marlon Wayans had a wife. Marlon Wayans was an author. Alright, now I got that 5. But Marlon Wayans was an author. And you know, he was a family man. I can't remember how many kids, but I know they had kids, at least 2, a boy and a girl, had a wife. But long story short, Cat Williams popped back up. Now he's a vampire, but the whole time he just running around breaking bitch. And there was even one scene in there where was even one scene in there where it was like almost some fifth dimensional stuff going on, bro. Like in Scary Movie, I forgot which one it was. Scary Movie 3? 2 or 3? Wherever. When old girl had was busting ugly, was bumping uglies with the ghost. Okay, it was like that with the vampire movie, Cat Williams. Except for, because I remember it was something like he was doing something. It was both of their bodies was in full frame, but then like the way she was describing something in a different area where wasn't nobody there. So it's like, all right, well, how you feeling that over there if my hand's right here? You see what I'm saying? And when I saw that, it flashed me back to a experience that I had. Right? It flashed me back to an experience that I had. And that experience was I kind of had a something like that before too, bro. I never explained it to nobody. I never said nothing. I mean, besides the meeting of the minds and the, consciousness communication with whomever group or whatever. Never brought it up, never spoke on it, never nothing. Back scratcher. Bro, I don't know. He just looked like he was about to shapeshift a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, he looked like he was about to shapeshift a little bit. But, no, I'm trying to turn away. I see you. You ain't gonna try to turn when I turn. When I turn, look at him, he turn. Look away like he ain't looking at me. I see you, bro. You still hungry? You want some food? Anyways, so I had a experience like that before, bro. I never explained it to nobody, but it never made sense to me. I just always knew what it was. It was as if in the 3D, I was having sex. It was me and my girl. But in like the 4D, 5D or whatever, I don't even know. I feel ashamed to say it, but fuck it, ain't no shame. It ain't like it was something that actually happened, but just, all right, so I'm standing there and she is performing fellatio. We're all about fellatio, but she's performing oral, right, on me, and she's like, how can I put it? She's on a bed, all fours. I'm standing at the edge of the bed. She mock, right? She going, and I don't know what it, bro. It's like, even though it was only me and her there, bro, I could see into to a different dimension, and I could see a motherfucker hitting her from the back while she giving me, like, I see, like, I'm stunned while it's going on. I'm stunned. I'm like, but I know there's nobody there. It's just me and her in this whole apartment. Like, there's nobody else here. So because of that, it's time for me to delete all my YouTube videos. The one where I said I had the safe/vault. Simply because I know motherfuckers getting paid off of that shit behind the scenes. Why am I so cursed that I can't get no money? Don't nobody want to give me money, even when I get jobs. Niggas talk to me like I'm still asking for a handout. It's like, bitch, I work. When a man work, he's supposed to. But you make me feel like even though I'm working, I'm still asking you for a handout by expecting a fucking check. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I find funny? I'm not gonna lie, I do want to smoke. But I also can't lie. This is probably the most controlled that I've been. Just not, I mean, like I want to smoke, but it's not. It's not even like. It's not a craving. It's not on the forefront of the neurons in my brain. Can I ask y'all a question? Do I look like a woman or a man? Hmm. Okay, that's what I thought. That is what I thought. That is what I thought. That You know what I find hilarious? I find hilarious that I lied on everybody. Hold on, I see a face in the clouds, bro. I see the fucking devil. It's like a mask. It's like a fucking devilish mask. There go one eye. There go the other eye. Big ass nose. Open mouth. Ear/horn maybe. Yeah, bro. Anyways, yeah, I see that shit immediately. I was like, what the fuck? All right, now I see a ghost. I see a ghoul, a goblin, a ghost. Diablo. Diabla. You want to know what's hilarious? It's almost as if I find hilarious that I was in everybody's business. Everybody's business. I can't put it in no nice way, so I just gotta get greedy with that shit, right? The way I bring it to you, right? I was in everybody's business. And everybody would give y'all one of two responses. He's lying, or I don't know him. And y'all believed it. Y'all would believe them. Right? So there's this exercise that I used to do, which is pretty much a compliment sandwich and agreement ladder, right? Compliment sandwich, tell you something you did good, tell you something you can work on, and tell you something else that you do well, right? Or recap the first thing I told you did well, right? Like compliment sandwich. Good, what you need to improve on, good, right? Then after that, there's the ladder. The ladder of truthfulness, really. So, in order to gauge somebody, right, and kind of baby walk them, right, like it's probably a tactic that lawyers use or whatever. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, so I can't tell you, but it's probably a tactic that a lawyer would use or some type of attorney litigation, right, to where you ask the correct open-ended questions that make someone draw their own conclusion. So for instance, I go, say, bro, you remember that one party we went to where we almost got shot? Yeah, I remember that. Say, bro, you remember when you and so and so first got together, and I got with so and so, and you know our homeboy got with so and so, and we all went to water park that, you know what I'm saying, just on a rando trip. Yeah, I remember that. Hey, bro, you remember the cornfields? Yeah, I remember that. Say, bro, y'all remember the Teak house, the TKE house, when this happened and that happened and this, yeah, I remember all that. Okay, okay. Say, bro, you remember when you told me your babysitter molested you? Say, bro, you remember when you told me? Say, bro, you remember when you told me that you didn't want to do it, but you know he deserved it, and you watched him go with his eyes open, so you know he deserved it. Say, bro, you remember when you told me that you wasn't tripping off of it. The PPP was so easy that not only were you gonna do it, you had the system to put other people on, and you was gonna just do it for them, and then get a little cut. Say, bro, you remember when you first hired me at the mechanics garage and you bought in that one Mopar and I knew it was a roller, it's Stolo, and you tried to play like it wasn't. And then for every example that I just named, they all go, nah, bro, I don't remember. Nah, bro, I don't remember. But they can't do that because for the first 5 minutes, all I did was build credibility. Credibility, right? Say, bro, you remember XYZ? Yeah, I remember that. Say, bro, you remember XYZ, ABCD? Yeah, I remember that. Say, bro, you remember the whole alphabet? Damn, bro, you remember all that detailed shit? Yo, yeah, I really do. Yeah, man, I remember that. I mean, I ain't remember it. I ain't remember KCTLM03, but I remember that time. All right, well, you remember that time? Insert fucked up shit that they did. No, I don't remember that. Or, nah, bro, you lying. He's lying. But they can't just jump up and say you lying. So, right, exactly. That's why you need litigation. Because when you just press somebody, hey, bro, I know what you did. You did this. You ain't just be like, prove it. I ain't do that. You're lying. And because you don't have nothing, especially if you don't have no evidence, it's just gonna be like you lying. And then that's gonna be the end of that. But I was saying all that to say, it's funny how I'm conveniently right whenever I kill myself, i.e., snitch on myself, i.e., just divulge about things that have to do with me. It's funny how I'm right when I do that. But I'm not right, or you don't know me when it ain't when I'm talking about y'all. I get it though. Like I said, don't nobody want to snitch on theyself. Who gonna snitch on theyself? Don't nobody want to snitch on theyself. But that's why I'm gonna be honest with you. I swear I'm the most boring person. The FBI know I'm boring. The cops know I'm boring. I don't get threatened by that. Oh, the cops gonna come get you. Let them come. Oh, the FBI investigating you. Let them investigate. I'm born. They know I'm born. I've been born. If they've been watching me for the last 6 years, they know I've been born. If they was watching me any time longer than that, they know I was just born with girlfriends. For the last 5-6 years, I've been born by myself. And before that, I was born with girlfriends. I can't get mad that somebody chose to give me a fucked up role in their story. Only thing I could do is stay out of their story. But I can't if they give me a role of like, I don't know, let's say being somebody prominent, like, I don't know, their fucking mama or something. I can only look at you and be like, bro, why the fuck would you do that? Why would you even think to do that? And now on top of that, kids, don't be no crash out, bro. Don't, and that's why I'm slowly learning too. But I'm saying, like, I waited until I was an adult to start crashing out. Just because I was raised to take that shit, smile, roll with the punches, let it slide off, go home, build yourself back up, go back tomorrow to get teared down again. Like, that's why I was raised. So I didn't start crashing out until, honestly, I didn't start crashing out until about 28. Yeah, about 27, 28. That's when I started crashing out. But I'm saying, don't crash out, kids. Like, don't even think to make that a habit. Like, prioritize conflict resolution skills, gaining them, learning them, mastering them. Don't crash out. And the reason why I say that is because when you do, if you do, you'll end up in a position somewhat like me, to where people will employ you just to crash out. And I'm not necessarily meaning like just give you a, like, really literally give you a job, but you know, people will bring you around, bring you into inner circle, have an understanding in this role and rule for you, to where you're going to be expected to crush out. All right, for instance, I used to thieve a lot. Like, growing up, sticky fingers, bro. I take candy out the candy boy at church, candy out the candy boy at school. Fuck you talk about. Um, now I did learn my lesson, right? But somehow that's a reoccurring thing. All right, like, there's this little situation, right? Sometimes I help out the store owner. Sometimes I help out the store owner. Sometimes. And just last week, now me and the store owner, bro, I don't know what the hell, but it just worked itself out, right? So last week, the store owner pulled some extra bogus shit. Like, supremely extra bogus shit. Like, bro, there's this we have a we have a we have a dry freezer that ain't been used in like almost 2 years, like a year and a half. Ain't been clean, no maintenance, no nothing. He tells me that we're gonna be using it here soon, so you know I need to go clean that shit. Long story short, I get mad, bro. I get mad. I'm like, you know what? This motherfucker don't never give me no discount. Don't give me no for free. Like, I gotta still pay for my lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still gotta. So, you know what? I'm a clean that shit he talk about. But I'm also gonna go ahead. I'm also gonna I'm also not gonna pay for my lunch today or the bev. I'm not gonna pay for the lunch or the bev. And guess what? I got about halfway done cleaning that storage, the dry storage. Got about halfway done cleaning out. I went to the store. I was like, man, you know what? I really ain't hungry. I'm gonna just get 2 bevs real quick because I really ain't hungry. And so I got 2 bevs that was like maybe like that maybe cost like $1.30. You know what I'm saying? Like a 1.3, 1.4, like $1.50. You know what I'm saying? So I grabbed that. I grabbed that, and you know, I take it back to the dry storage. I take it back to the dry storage, and I continue to work. The coldest part about it is, even after it all, after I got done cleaning the whole thing, everything, I took both of those bevs and I went and put them back on the shelf. I ain't even take it. Like, should I have? Yeah, I should have. Would it have been missed? Nah, I wouldn't have been missed. Would I have been in the right? In my mind, I would have been in the right. In my mind, you play with me, you play the stupid game, you knew what the fuck you was doing, so it's only right. You're gonna pay me in this way. However, on just on a principle of things, was that right? Would I have been right if I would have stole those 2 bevs? No, I would not have been right. I would have been dead ass wrong. So what I did in lieu of, like I said, I put those 2 bevs back, right? And then when I went outside, I put those 2 bevs back, went outside for a smoke break once I was done, and I saw an old man out there selling, selling little snow cones. I just asked, hey man, you just got a spare you can give me? I'm busted, drenching, sweating. I'm halfway, can't breathe. I just like to cool down, cool my body temperature to avoid a heat stroke. If you got it. And he's like, okay, that's fair. Gave me what I needed. Then the next day, well, not the next day, because that snow cone kept my temperature down for about 2 days. So 2 days later, after I open up the shop and all this and that, go outside for my early morning smoke break, and the newspaper lady was coming by. Now she run super early morning, so I was surprised to even see her, because usually by this time she had already dropped everything for our store and moved on. But I see her and I'm like, hey, real quick, let me get a couple newspapers from you if you have some. And she was like, well, I just got that bundle right there. I just dropped it. I was like, no. Not that, not from the bundle. Just, if you got anything that you can spare, any freebies, any loosies that you can spare. And she was like, okay, down, here you go. Matter of fact, she didn't even give me a couple. She tossed me a whole other, bundle. She tossed me a whole nother bundle and was like, here, take what you need out of that bundle and just put it back. Cool. That lasted me because, honestly, I took about 4 or 5. So that lasted me a couple days, multiple days. Right? A lot of news to read, right? So now we're talking maybe 4 or 5 days? gone down the line from the initial Bev that could have been stolen, but definitely wasn't stolen, right? Yeah, okay. So now, 4 or 5 days later, you know, I just I was having a pretty decent day, and I kind of made a joke at the store owner one day, and not for nothing, he told me he pretty much that day he was just like, "Yeah, don't worry about lunch, I got it," and he gave me it. He gave me lunch. The store owner himself. So all the back and forth of, because I told y'all I'm Claire, I'm a Claire, right? Not just Claire Audient, Claire Sentient. That's why Claire Voyant. That's why I just say Claire. All right. So, all the back and forths, and I mean, how can I put it? Okay, think I'm lying. I'll give you a clear audience message I heard about it. Stop lying. I can smell it. I'm not lying. Go ask your mom. Now, if that ain't sending a chill up your spine, just tell her. You ain't gotta lie. I can smell it. First off, you don't have to lurk around and try to make all these extra moves like you trying to catch me up. Nigga, go ask your mom. I just asked her earlier. She gave it to me earlier, so I don't even understand. Stop lying. Stop. Bro, ask your mom. Ask her. Okay, but all right, what about before that? Okay, well I heard, I smelled it yesterday. Bro, I'm hitting up somebody. I'm hitting up a different person every day. You see what I'm saying? Day one, the old man gave me what I needed. Last me a day or two. Then the old lady gave me what I needed. Last me about 2-3 days. Then you gave me what I needed. So I don't understand. I don't. But more importantly, the reason why I pump faked on the one Bev is because I understand what's going on, bro. My brother doesn't fucking progress in life unless I do some sideways ill shit. Unless I lie or steal or disrespect somebody that's important, or you see what I'm saying? I have to be a degenerate. If I'm not a degenerate, he doesn't progress. And guess what? I don't know how, but the nigga's just good at having control of shit. I'm not saying he control my life, but because I know the truth. Because I know if I tell if because how can I put this? Because you feel like you are so much of that person that you have all the time and patience in the world, you probably will wait. You will wait. But that's the narcissistic part that you're not understanding, nigga. That's the fucked up part that you're not understanding about yourself. You see what I'm saying? You will be willing to wait 40 years just to catch me up. I ain't gonna say catch somebody up. Catch me up. You will wait 40 years. You will play a role for 40 years, nigga, just to catch me up. I know it because I've lived it. What do you mean? What do you mean I've lived it? Okay. I've lived watch you motherfucker. I've lived watching you watch me on the streets. I've lived watching you watch me live on the streets. I've watched you watch me live on these streets. Right? I've watched you purposely give me no. And then when I say fuck your nose, matter of fact, when I say fuck asking, and I'm not asking you for nothing, and I just go do what the fuck I gotta do to get it, that's when you'll say something. Bro, I'm telling you, I know it sounds retarded. Somebody else in this world understands what I'm saying. I will sit there and do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Until I am forced. And by force, I mean, like, of course, do I have other choices? Yeah, I have other choices, bro. I'm going to take the path of least resistance. That's what we're set up for. We're set up for the path of least resistance. Right? So, I've had it happen to where it's like, all right, I said, I've watched you watch me live on these streets. Right? Stand on the corner, panhandle, try to, you know what I'm saying, hustle, whether selling fruit, newspapers, roses, flowers, washing car windows on the corner, whatever, playing music, whatever. Not get not a single lick of nothing. Sitting there asking the same person, hey bro, you got this? Hey bro, you got it? 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 And it's not the fact that motherfucker just pressing you for it. If I told you, it's like me telling you, anytime you need anything you need, I got you. Anything you need. And then you hit me up. Hey bro, I don't know. And you say, dang, okay. Maybe the timing was off. Alright, I understand. A couple weeks go by, you hit me up again. Hey bro, different situation. Hey bro, I need XYZ. And I'm like, tight squeeze. I think I got Z and Y. I don't know about the X. I'm gonna hit you back. By the time I hit you back, I'm like, hey, you know what? I ain't got the X neither, so I ain't got it. And you're like, damn, it's the second time. All right, fuck it. Then you hit me up a week later. Hey, bro, I'm just checking back in, see if you got the X. And I'm like, nah, you know what? I ain't got it. Now, you gonna feel played. You're gonna feel even more played if you done drove by my little stockyard or fucking place of business or whatever, and you seen that shit out there. So you know I got it. I'm not saying it's okay for you to just drive by and because I'm lying to you, you just fucking steal the shit. No. Well, what I am saying is I've been in that position. And you know what? You know what? This nigga playing me, bro. I see the motherfucking shit out here on his stockyard. Man, hey, bring me the clippers, bro. We gonna cut a hole through this damn barbed wire gate, bro. Roll that F-250 up in there, load this shit up, and wire that sucker back closed when we leave. Right? So I'll see it and I'll go take it. But then the next day, the dude will be calling me like, "Oh well, you know, we're supposed to have your stuff in, but we got robbed last night. I don't know." Listen, y'all, that's why I'm saying y'all can let people play with y'all, bro. Y'all can let people play with y'all. Y'all not about to play with me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not gonna play with me like that, you know. Because I've been playing situations where it's like, oh, you only need to suffer one more day. I know you've been suffering 4 years, but you just need to suffer one more day. Right? I've been in a situation, not just, for multiple things: phone, money, jobs, transitional situations. Like, it's just all types of things. Like, I've been in that situation more times than I care to count. Where it's like something is really ailing me, or I'm really needing something, or this or that, and or whatever the case, and it's like I'm relying on God, and it's like, bro, I'm on the street and I ain't had nothing to eat. I ain't been able to make no money, bro. I hear you with the rely on God, bro, but scientifically, if I don't eat in a day or two because it's been 10 days already, bro, it's not looking good for you, boy. So I'm just gonna go in this Walmart and make me a sandwich. But I would get told I was a problem, right? Like, oh man, just need to wait one more day. For what? For what? No, you don't need to wait the extra time. You need to realize, what people need to realize is that they need to recognize what God they serve. Let me put it that way. You need to recognize what God you serve. And then you need to recognize if the God that you serve or the God that you serving actually fuck with you or don't. That's what you need to recognize. That's how I can put it. Because it always seemed to me, the God that I served for a very, 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 very long time, the God that I served, he didn't really fuck with me like that. He fought with a handful of individuals way more than he fucked with me. He never really fucked with me like that. He fucked with me enough to not kill me, maybe. But I'm doing the right things. Not getting no reward. Just listen. But I see other niggas doing the demon shit, and they get all the rewards. Something ain't right. Well, and then they'll tell me, well, it's a heart matter. Just because you're not doing nothing and changing rules. Just because you're celibate, and just because you just because you celibate, that's good, but still. What do you mean, but still? Well, let me ask you, young man, did you in your head, did you want to have sex with her? Of course, yes. Yeah, why wouldn't I? Well, see, that's the issue. It's a heart matter. You shouldn't even want that in your heart. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. You see how silly that shit sound? No. So you mean to tell me God ain't fucking with me because of my innate nature that he put in me? Because I want to have sex? That surely wanting to have sex cannot be a sin. But you want to convince me that it is. I don't understand. wanting to have sex is just that, and that's something that's innate. Hell, I feel like if we put a bunch of just if we dropped a couple of humans off in a random place and with no interaction, just like put them in a cage, like with some Hunger Games stuff, and don't tell them nothing about what we got going on in the real world, just like a social experiment, eventually they're gonna end up fucking. It's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. Um, right, right. So easy a caveman can do it. But um, you know, seriously though, like, and I hate doing that because it seems like I'm just going hard against the church or going against Christianity, and it's just like, nah, it's like I was saying earlier. It's like, shit. Why can't we just be adults? Why can't we just be call shit for what it is? Like, and that's the one thing for me, which is my new angle, which I'm gonna start doing because you know what I find funny? It's a certain different graphic that say that shit. Anyways, I got a pocket full of sunshine. I love you on my own. Sticks and don't never gonna bring me in. Never gonna bring me in. Whoa, take me away. So I have a question. What should I do? What should I do if it seems as if I don't know. You know what I find funny? I find it funny. Well, I mean, not find funny. I have a better question because I was watching some earlier, and they said something about like sacral chakra magic or whatever. What is sacral magic? So they were saying that some man was doing sacral magic or was doing take two. So they were saying that some man was attacking some woman's sacral chakra using magic. And I don't understand that. Your sacral chakra, that's like the stomach, right? I believe that's just sacral. I know your root, that's the lowest one. Your root, that's your sexual organs. And then the sacral, I don't really know. Root, belly button, chest, throat. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I was right. So you got the red, the root, that's your genitals, belly button, sacral. I think that's orange or yellow. Then you have the chest or heart. And then you have the throat chakra. Then you have the 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there a mouth chakra? 6, 5. I'm gonna say mouth. So throat, no, throat chakra, third eye, crown. But that's only 6. Crown, third eye, throat, heart, sacral, root. Is there a there's 7 because I know there's 7 main chakras. Now, don't get me wrong, we have over hundreds of chakras like throughout our body. Period. Like, hundreds. But I know there's 7 main chakras. And the goal is to get those 7 main chakras to spin. We start getting into metaphysics. But yeah. Uh what was I at? What was I saying? I just couldn't be gay for pay. I just can't do it. It's just not me. And then it's so messed up. It's like my psyche is. It's like my psyche. How can I put it? It's like I'm trapped in gay land. Like I don't understand, bro. It's like I. Anytime I ask the universe to send me like, or anytime I start wanting connection, relationship as a heterosexual male, only thing I get is men, bro. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't. don't know. I just I wish I made some better decisions a little bit earlier in life. Still, despite I'll be honest. The issue is I spent a long time serving a God that ain't fuck with me like that. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I've been trying to explain to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Man. And I know words are tricky, so people get put up in arms. But it's like once you break certain illusions, it's just like certain things don't. Like it's this dude on Facebook. His name Carmez Jackson. Carmez Jackson. Carmen Jackson. I think it's Carmez. Carmez. Something like that. But dude, hella funny. He had one skit that was like POV. You explaining POV. You explain to the devil, or POV. You explain how they fight the devil on Earth, right? And the skit start and you hear the devil out of the frame. He go, all right. So tell us again. And you see Carmez, he in the frame, bunch of flames behind him. He like he's spilling his hand. He like shubala shut Honda. And then you hear the devil and then a bunch of demons or whatever cracking up. That shit funny. I don't care who you are. That shit funny, bro. I don't care. Call it blasphemy, call it not blasphemy. Man, that shit funny. Once you get it's this thing. Once you get past words, you start to realize even a lot of words that are used to construct the Bible, kind of like you start to realize not necessarily what was written was wrong, but what was taught, how it was perceived, how it was read, what was taught from it. Was like mm-hmm. I digress. I digress. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, that's my thing, bro. Yeah, I can't go to jail for that. I can't go to jail for her, bro. I'm sorry. I get it, but I don't get it. Y'all shouldn't have stole that shit. Because me, nigga, I'm so much of a I don't even, bro, like and then the worst part, I'm not saying that because I want justice. So I want people to like I want it's not a thing of like, oh, I want every these things that I found out to be true. No, they can't be more true than what they are. I want that shit to get blown up. I want that shit to I want the justice. You know what I'm saying? Like for all it's worth, for all it's worth, bro. Um I get apologies and this and that, but Like, all right, like I don't know. I get apologies, and I get apologizing. But what happens when that isn't okay? What happens when internally, why is there always this rule of you gotta, you gotta, you gotta apologize, you gotta forgive them? I'm not saying not to. I'm not. Hey, it might even be healthier if you just do. If you do, if you just got it might even be healthier. But what happens when it's just like it's not enough? You know what I'm saying? What happens? What happens when it's not enough? That's why I'm just trying to like like what if I grew up as an orphan and I went through a bunch of shitty ass homes, survived all the way through high school just to scratch my way to a college, which was the only source of hope that I had because since I was awarded the state gonna pay for me to go to college. So I might as well just get the best grades I can and go to this fucking best school I can on the state's dime. And let's say I do all that and I make it through college and let's say your mother figure, father figure that you invited to your college graduation. Let's say I just killed them. Do you have to forgive me? Right? Or even better yet, let's say your college graduation happens and I just know your backstory, so I was a dick when found out your actual bio parents and you know what I'm saying? Brought them on in for a big old ginormous reunion. That's kind of messed up. I know I'm getting a little tired because I'm starting to forget what points I was making. It's almost like I'm in opposite land. I don't know. That's crazy. That's stupid crazy. I ain't figure out what I'm gonna do. I don't necessarily feel too much welcome or safe fully all the time inside of there in that apartment no more. I'm also not in a rush to just go back to the streets, I literally don't have nowhere else to go. I'd probably ask a couple people, but for one, that shit would kill my pride. For two, it probably wouldn't even turn out good. But that's why somebody like me is good on their own. Like, I don't get it. If somebody's causing problems in every cell they go to, every dorm they go to, every pod they in, I fucking I don't know. Then again, this ain't prison, but I'm just. Do y'all think that I'm just super weird? Like, do y'all think that me having my own apartment, it's not the fact that y'all think I'm dangerous or weird or I'll do something awful. It's the fact that y'all won't be able to monitor me. You won't be able to keep tabs on me. You won't have somebody there with me in my own shit. That's why you want me being alone. Cause if I'm alone, you can't remix it and throw it back at me. If I'm alone, you can't force yourself in. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I'm too real for people, bro. I'm too real for people, bro. Because I'll tell you everything. I could be a sword and a cup all in one breath. It's too real for people. I say shit that make them uncomfortable, but then like I say shit to make them doing like I say shit to make people comfortable. It makes people uncomfortable, but at the same time, majority of times when somebody will try to troll me and you know what I'm saying, or like do me that type of way, it don't really hit the same way. Mm-mm. Why? Thank you. Mm-mm. Why? Thank you. What is that from? I think it's the Wayans Bros. Mm-mm. I thank you. Was that the Wayans Bros? Or was that Dave Chappelle? I think it was definitely Dave Chappelle. Mm-mm. I thank you. I'm rich, bitch. Yeah, that's what it was. I'm rich, bitch. I thank you. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Just like the doom, 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 doom. Ah, yeah. That was after Martin. No, 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 no. Doom, 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 doom. Ah, yeah. Doom, 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 doom. Ram, da, 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 da. Ram, da, 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 da. Now, what was Martin's? Love you, baby girl. Love you too, daddy. Yeah, I remember that. That was Martin. Here I come, there I go. Tonight's the night, you can check out my flow. Time to get it started. You know what to do. Make good love if you want to. It's Jamie Foxx. Here I come once again. 'Cause Jamie Foxx. Who was that? Bro, I really dead ass been sitting here for 2 hours. It's fake. It's oregano. Bro, I just said I was gonna stop smoking too, nigga. But like I was saying before, it's like imagine you were supposed to be a mother figure to me. To make sure that whenever whenever certain things happen, you was gonna make sure that you be the one responsible that I got what I needed. But instead, you became a mother figure to me, got me shipped out of here, didn't tell me about the will reading, didn't tell me about the court cases. Took the house from the inheritance, took the money from the inheritance, threw me a little bone, maybe just a little bone, 2% of whatever it was, 3% of whatever it was. Told yourself it was you doing me a favor. Guess you made yourself feel better about not taking it all. I only took 97%, gave me 3%, whatever. You do all that. Then find out you contributed to the reason why I was in a situation and you think that an apology is going to make up for that when that situation is still affecting my life. Now, am I the only person to go through shit in life? No, I ain't the only one to go through shit in life, bro. But who shit am I going to be more interested in? We all gone through things in life. What I'm saying is I'm still trying to make it in life. I'm still trying to, you know what I'm saying? But just being in a rush to get back out here on the street like that, bro, I don't think you understand. Last time, fucking go to sleep. Give me a couple hours. Get an hour or two in or something like that. Oh, that's another thing. That's another thing. I want to make sure I came to the light when I said this. Fuck. And I ain't even smoke. Yeah. Appreciate y'all kicking. I ain't really talk about too much. Should have looked do 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 do.